Hello and welcome to a 3-string Christmas special. So first of all, apologies for the lack of decoration. I've just been rushing to get this video out in time for you to all have a go at this fantastic tune, which is of course Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues featuring Kirsty MacColl. Now unfortunately, R.A.P. Shane MacGowan, unfortunately he just died a few weeks ago. But he was partly responsible for the finest ever Christmas song, in my humble opinion. It is a fantastic Christmas tune. It was released in 1987. I mean, it's just a great tune, aside from the fact that it's a Christmas classic. It was released in 1987, and certainly in Ireland and the UK, it's since become one of the most well-known tunes there are at festive time. So hopefully you've found its way to wherever you are, but if you haven't, please check the tune out on YouTube. It's definitely worth a listen, and I would say it's also worth having a go at playing on 3 strings. So we're going to be looking at playing the chords and the melody, two separate parts. I was actually playing I was actually playing with the chords I pre-recorded on my loop pedal, and then I was sort of playing the lead parts over the top. So you can learn either one, whichever one you find easiest to play. It's in the same key as the original tune, so you can potentially play along with the track once you've learnt it. Get a guitar buddy, play along with them, get a loop pedal, record the chords like I did, but just fill your boots, have a great time, and I will see you on the other side in 2024. So I reckon let's just get straight on with learning the tune. And by the way, you can, if you want, download a completely free song chart for this from the website. So I'll put a link in the text description, and there's one up there somewhere as well. Let's get straight on with learning Fairy Tale of New York. Alright, so let's get tuned up. We are in G-D-G tuning, following on from that quick string change video, which was following on from the D-A-D video lessons, and we're going to stay in G-D-G for the next few in 2024. But here are the tuning notes. Low G, middle D, high G. So this song's actually in the key of D, so the strongest chord is going to be D. There's only 4 of them, so hopefully the rhythm parts aren't too difficult if you can get to grips with all of these. And so the way I was just using 4 shapes, one for each chord, when I was doing the backing on the loop pedal. So this open D5 is fret 2 on the 2 G strings, and just make sure you don't catch that middle D string. Okay, and then G's a nice easy one. Just going to play the open strings. When we play A, I'm going to do a bar at fret 2. So that's where you're just clamping across with one finger. So there's A or A5, that's G5 as well. And then finally there's one more chord, B minor. So it's going to be the same shape as D, but up at fret 4 instead of fret 2. So it's fret 4 on the 2 G strings, and then still the open D in the middle. And so hopefully you could hear from the demo that there's a very, very strong Irish influence, sort of traditional Irish music influence to this tune. And it's very common for them not to actually contain that many different chords. The melodies are quite long and complicated, but the actual chord sequences are fairly sort of repetitive. So we've only got 4 chords, but they're being mixed up and put in lots of different orders depending on whereabouts you are in the song. I'm going to go straight from where it becomes faster. I'll cover the slow beginning part, the slow first 2 verses last, because that's probably slightly more difficult. So we're starting with the tempo change where it becomes quick, and there's an accordion melody on the original recording, and it starts with D, and then it goes to A, and then it goes D, G, A, D. Okay. Now, one important thing here is the time signature, you'll be able to see on the song chart, is 6/8. So it's basically an Irish jig. And so what that means is we've got 2 strong beats in each bar. 1, 1, 2. It's a triplet rhythm, two triplets, but there's 2 strong beats. So I'm going to suggest that you will keep it simple. You're just going to do 2 strums per bar because it's relatively quick tempo, and you know, you can spice it up a bit. You can do any sort of combination of nice, relaxed. It's very similar to like a blues shuffle rhythm, the triplet rhythm, but we're just going to do 2 downs for each bar. Okay, so we've got D for the first bar, so that's 2 strums, and then we're still on D for the first half of the second bar, but then we go to A, so I'm only going to strum that once, and then back to D, back to G, A, and then back to D. So that's the chord sequence for the first instrumental accordion melody when it speeds up. So we've got D for the first bar, 1 D, 1 A in the second bar, 1 D, 1 G, 1 A, 1 D. Okay. Now the good news about this is also one of the verses. The melody and the chord sequence is repeated with the vocals, but we're straight on to the first fast verse. This is where Kirsten McCall comes in, and this has D followed by A, followed by B minor, followed by G. So the first 2 bars we're going to have 1 strum per chord. D, A, B minor, G. Then we're on D for ages, D for the 3rd bar and the first beat of the 4th bar, finish on A. Now this verse is longer, so that little instrumental bit was only 4 bars. This verse is 8 bars, so I'm going to do those first 4 bars again. So we've got D, A, B minor, G, 3 strums on D, and then finish on A. And then the second half of this verse is D, B minor, D, G, 2 Ds, A, D. So all of the first Kirsten McCall verse sounds like this: D, A, B minor, G, D, D, 1 more D to A, second half D, B minor, D, G, D, D, then A, D. The next verse is where they're both singing together, the sort of interplay, Shane and Kirsty, and this is the same chords as what you just played for that instrumental accordion part. So it's 2 Ds, another one in the next bar, A, then D, G, A, D. Now to make the verse long enough to fit all the words in, we just do all that again. So we do another 3 Ds, okay, and so again this will become much clearer if you download the completely free song chart from the website. After these 2 fast verses, we're straight into the first chorus, which starts on, so the boys of the NYPD, that starts on G, and there's 2 bars of G, so it's 4 strums, and then we go to D for a whole bar, so that's 2 strums, and then we go to B minor for a whole bar, so that's 2 strums, and then we go to D, G, A for 2. So 1 towards the end of the chorus, it's 1 D, 1 G, A for 2, and that's it. So it's slightly funny length. There's only 6 bars for this chorus. It's quite an epic, big sound, but it's quite short. So we're making most of the chords last for longer than what we were doing in the verses. So we've got 2 bars of G, which equates to 4 beats, 4 strums, 2 strums on D, 2 strums on B minor, and then 1 D, 1 G, 2 A's. And then after that, we are back into the same chord sequence that we were used for the first Kirsty MacColl verse, and this is now a Irish whistle playing the melody. Basically, it's playing the same melody as what she was singing. So what this song's doing, it's quite clever. It's only using in this fast part, it's only using 2 main tunes and chord sequences, which are both played instrumentally and sang, and then there's the chorus, which is slightly different. And then after that, you go back and do another verse. They start cussing each other at this point, and then there's another chorus, and then it goes into a nice sort of big outro. So here we're on D for 2 bars, which is going to be 4 strums, and then it changes to G for 4 strums, and then we go back to D for 3 strums. I'm going to go to G on the 4th one, and then go to A for 4 strums, and you just loop that. And that was 4 Ds, there's 4 Gs. And again, once you've learnt this, you can spice up the rhythm a little bit if you want. There's the G on the 4th one, there's the A. Now, if you wanted to just pick out a little bit of the melody, when you go to the G, you could go 6, 4. So from the start of this sort of bridge stroke outro bit, so it's D, and then 6, 4, back to D. Here's the G, little passing through G. Just loop that round. So like I said, this chord sequence is the same as the first 2 slow verses, so you can completely just play along with the recording, have a listen for the changes with the piano and the vocals, because it's reasonably sort of free time, it's quite floaty. Or you can try and play something which is a little bit closer. So you could, if you wanted, go right up to fret 7. A bit more difficult this, so don't try it if you're a beginner. And you've got 7, 7 on the top 2 strings, fret 6 on the top string, and then going up to fret 9. Now, because this is over a D chord, I'm going to pick out the D string as well, but not the G string, because it will sound then like a G chord. We want to keep that. So we've got and then we can do that again, but don't go up to fret 9 again. So we've got 7, 7, 6, strum through the top 2 strings, fret 9, open middle string, 7 again, 7, 7 on the top 2 strings, fret 6, and then we're going to play fret 6 again. I'm going to strum all of the strings now because I want it to sound like a G chord, drop down to fret 4, and then go 4, 6, 7, still over a G chord, but after this it changes to a D chord, so I don't want to hit the G again, so I'm just going to hit the middle 2 and fret 2, sorry, the top 2 strings and fret 2, like that. Sounds like a D again, and then the melody goes to fret 4 on the middle string, and then it's open middle string, it goes back to a G, and I'm going to strum through with fret 5 on the middle string to fret 4, and then I'm going to go to an A, which is just that bar at fret 2, back to D, and then back to A. So all of that would look a bit like this. 7, 7, 6, top 2 strings because it wants to sound like a D chord. Do that little bit again. 7, 7, 6. I want to hit all of them because it wants to sound like a G chord. And then 4, 6, 7 wants to sound like a D chord, so just the top 2 with fret 2 on the top string. There's fret 4 as part of the melody, open middle D as part of the melody, fret 5 on the middle string, that's now a G, strum all of them. There's fret 4 and then A, D, A. Alright, so you go around that a few times, and then when you finish it off, there's a little sort of instrumental piano bit before it kicks in with the main melody. So don't go back to the A, just land there. So back to D, and then G with fret 5, fret 4, A bar, finish on D. And then the melody, play that top string, fret 2, we're already on it, and then move up to fret 4, this is a G, strum all of them, open, and then fret 6, strum all of them, go up to fret 9, this is all the top string. We want to go back to a D chord, so I'm going to now cover fret 7 on the bass, and I'm going to strum with that 9 still on, and then go to fret 7, 9, 7, wants to go back to a G chord, fret 12 top string, 11, fret 12, 11, and then finish on, that's a high, that's a low A, that's a high A, which is 9, 7, 9. So all of that part back to D, and then to G, 5, 4 on the middle string, A, D. So this is going into the piano bit, fret 2 on the top string, fret 4, make it sound like a G, all of them, open top string, fret 6, fret 9 on the top string. We want to go back to a D, so I'm going here, fret 7, and then I want to go, that was 9, 7, I want to go back up to 12, 11, back to a G, and then this high A power chord. So there is your fancy intro. Now what we're doing here is we're playing the melody, and that's going to be over the chord progression that you had a look at a few minutes ago. So this is 6/8, it's the same as what I said was happening with the chords. So that's basically 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's 2 triplets in each bar. You often get a nice sort of lilt. You don't get even triplets with Irish music. So listen to this, try and sing it, just try and get the tune in your head. I'm not going to explain too much about what's happening with the rhythm, but the sequence of notes is top string 2, 4, 2, middle string 4, open, top string again, 2, 4, 2, fret 2 on the middle string. So that's like the first part of the melody. 2, 4, 2, 4, open, middle string, top string 2, 4, 2, fret 2 on the middle string. Finish off the melody, open, middle string 2, 4 on the middle string, 2, open, we're going low, low G, fret 4, open, fret 4, and then all on the bottom string, fret 2, 4, 6, finish on the middle D. So second half was open 2, 4, 2, open, all on the middle string, go low now, bass string, 4, open, 4, 2, 4, 6. All of that melody is okay. And so again, don't think too much about the timing, just try and listen to it and copy it. So that is the first accordion melody, and it's also the same melody for the second fast verse after the solo Kirsty MacColl verse, which is exactly this melody here. So we're going straight on to the Kirsty MacColl melody. So we've got open string 4 to start with, and then 2, 4, 2, open, 2, all on the middle string there. So open, 2, 4, 2, open, 2, and then 4, still middle string, 4, 2, open, low, fret 3 on the bass string. So this is a little bit more complicated. This is an 8-bar melody, so we just need to learn it in sections. So we'll do that again. Open D, 2, 4, 2, open, 2. Next part, 4, 2, open, low, fret 4 on the bass string. We're going to go high now. So the same as the previous melody. 2, 4, 2, middle string, 4, open, and then play 4 twice, and then top string, open, 2, 2 on the middle string. That is the first half of the Kirsty MacColl verse, so we'll try that one more time. Low string, high string, middle string, back to the high string, back to the middle string. Second half starts in the same place again, top string, fret 2, 2, 4, 2, 4 on the middle string, open, and then 2, 4, 2, open, down to the low fret 4 again. Now we've got a nice ending. It's sort of going across all the strings, so we're starting on fret 2 of the bass string. We're going open, middle string, fret 4, and then top string, fret 2, back to fret 4, back to open. Kind of sounds a bit like what you call an arpeggio, that. So fret 2, bass string, open, middle, fret 4, middle, 2, high, fret 4, middle, open, middle, and then just to finish off, 2, 4, 2, open. All of that second half. Here's that arpeggio type thing. All of that verse, so all 8 bars. It's quite a complicated melody, but sounds great. So here we go. Middle string, high string, twice, middle string, high again, low, little arpeggio bit. So that then goes to, like I said, it's the same as that initial instrumental melody. It's now a verse, and there's both Shane and Kirsty singing together. And then after that, it goes to the chorus, which is the only melody part we've not done yet. So you can completely play it like that, sounds great, which would be, so it's a pickup, so fret 2 on the top string, and then, so that's just before the beat, this is on the beat, fret 4 again, and then 6, 7, 6, 4, 2, that was all on one string, wasn't it? But then we go to the middle string here, 4, open, 2, 4, and then middle string again, open, 2, 4, open, 5, 4, 2, open, 4, 2. So that's the simple version. I'll do that if you've not been playing for very long. Obviously I've kind of ironed out the rhythm a little bit, you know, they pull it around a lot more when they're doing the vocal performance. Because there's two of them singing, sounds nice that, doesn't it? You can get some harmony going, you can get both of their lines playing together. So this is like a G chord, so fret 4, fret 5, and that is on the top two strings. It's over a G chord, so we can strum all of the strings, and then we can move that up to fret 6 and 7. So you just got to make sure you're bridging, so you're not catching the one underneath. And then I'd only try this if you're a little bit more experienced. Up to fret 7 and 9, and then back to 5 and 6. Sorry, 7 and 6, and then back to where you started, 4 and 5. So and I was going for a full D like this in the original, which is a bit nasty, so we're going to leave that and we're going to go. So I'm just going to try and avoid hitting this string for the D, and I mean you can even get your thumb over, but it's top two strings, 4, open, and then you can either hit a B minor like that, or you can even do a bar. Or there, either's fine. And then we're going back to D, so that's open 2. So I think we want to use fret 2 and 4. And then we're going to 5, this is a G, 5, 4, A, 4, 2, and then we're off to the next bit. So, pick up together, just the top two, fret 4, there's a B minor, and then open 2. This is a D chord, but we're just going to do 2 and 4 because of the melody, and then open G chord, fret 5, all of them, fret 4, A, open 4, 2, finish on a D. quite difficult that. I'd potentially just do the simple one, like I said, if you've not been playing for that long. But that is it. So the structure's a little bit funny, so I would take all of these elements, do the best you can with them, but definitely refer to the completely free song chart, which is downloadable from the website. All right, so that's it. Have fun with the song. Great fun to play, whether you're playing lead or rhythm. And more importantly, have a great Christmas and New Year, and I will see you on the other side in 2024 for some more cigar box guitar from Coda Guitar.